excited. What made you get into real estate?
It was back when I was finishing up baseball. So, I just always thought I was going to play baseball, and I kind of, like most kids, put all your eggs in that basket. So I was fortunate enough to get a scholarship to USC out of high school to play there.
Wow.
Which kind of like solidified my okay, I can do this. And then after a year there, our coach actually got fired for some NCAA violations. Is a whole mess. So a bunch of us freshmen actually ended up leaving after our freshman year because of that. And during that time, when you leave a Division I school, you can't go back. You have to sit out a year. So I was sitting out a year, and some scouts kind of knew I left. They knew I was eligible to be drafted, so they had called me, hey, would you be willing to throw a pen for us? A bullpen, for those of you guys don't know, it's like kind of like a practice session for pitchers. So I said, yeah, of course. Like, I'd rather chase this dream than go back to school, to be honest.
Wait, no, what position did you play?
Pitcher. Yeah.
How exciting.
Yeah, so a few teams called me, and I said, yeah. I pitched for them in January. And I got picked up in June by the Phillies. So I'd actually been offered a free agency contract out of high school. Mm-hmm. I said no because I wanted to go to school. And then in June of 2014, they drafted me. And unfortunately, I had 2 shoulder surgeries, never really did anything with it. And after this first shoulder surgery, I really made a push to make it back. And it's kind of when this whole engagement thing happened. But after that first surgery, I was kind of thinking, what would I do? Just because I knew shoulders are hard to come back from. So my stepdad, Randy, actually, who does a ton of deals in real estate, was always doing something, either buying properties, renting them out, flipping them, whatever. Big on entrepreneur type now, and that always really interested me. I was like super intrigued by that. So I would go and me and Chelsea would kind of go see what he was doing, meet the contractor there that was doing the work on the house, and kind of learn as much as we could. So I knew I wanted to do that. So the house that I grew up in, my parents are divorced, so my dad went his separate way with, obviously a different house, and my mom ended up living with my stepdad, Randy. So that house was kind of like left to me and my sister. So that intrigued my start of, hey, let's fix this place up, sell it, take the money, and keep flipping. And so we kind of started that process. We did that
That's
one.
Awesome.
Yeah, sold it, did a different one in Winchester. And that one in Winchester that we did, really, I thought to myself, well, I might as well get my license. If we're going to be flipping, I might as well be the one selling it, versus trying to use these agents that, frankly, were pretty lazy when I was like trying to get stuff done. And it was pretty crazy to me. I was like, man, these people are making a living. And like, I know I would at least be doing that much work, so I was like, this is a no brainer. So that's when I decided to get my license, and, kind of started thinking of the sales aspect versus the investment, and started falling in love with that. And so while I was getting my license, I was reaching out to brokerages. Hey, I'm in the process of getting my license. I'd love to meet. I'd love to figure out how we could work together. And I was reaching out to, because I was a young kid thinking I want to sell, $20 million houses. So I was like, okay, I'm going to reach out to the brokerages in LA, brokerages in Newport. I reached out to a ton, and one emailed me back, and it was the McMonagle Group. So I went down there, I met with them. I did, I would drive down there 3 days a week and do open houses with them while I wasn't licensed, and I would do open houses with their agents, and learned how they, conducted themselves. And then as soon as I got my license, they hired me on, and that's kind of where I started. Yeah.
And so how long